And here we go. So the first we have is again blue. That's RoR Kira, who is right spawned here. And let's look what are the civilizations. For RoR Kira, it's Viking. His teammate RoR Hot is Japanese, and third RoR BZH is Han. So Viking, Japanese, Han. And against them, it's actually the same. So yeah, Viking, Japanese, Hans as well for the beasts. So let's have a look how the map looks like. Piggy here and here, so that's kinda close to his starting TC, so that's pretty much fine. Considering this stone, it's not really safe, so it will be dangerous from C if they happen to lose it. And this gold, well, it could have been a bit better. It's a bit blocked here from the wood, but not really anything all that brutal, and it's safe from water, so I'm thinking this is a pretty good spot for him. A deer here at the island, so kinda good spawn, and second gold and second stone, yeah, it's kinda okay. Moving on to the next RoR, that's BZH. Having a kinda good gold, his hunt is also here present and not bugged or something. And his other mines are all kinda safe from the water fire, besides this stone. But the second stone is safe, so he's not really at any disadvantage. Looking at the fish around them, it seems like blue has a pretty decent spots there around his island, so he shouldn't really have to worry about too much. And he's kind of signaling that blue should be building dock around here, and they will want to go a bit aggressive, it seems. As for yellow, well, he kind of drew the short straw here. A lot of blank, no fishing spots, so that's kind of unfortunate. And he will have to build dock at some better place, like here possibly, or maybe if he wants to help his blue teammate, here. But then they will be competing for the same fishing spots, so I'm not exactly sure. They will just have to speak about that. Moving on to the next one, that's Hot as the third guy. He's having kind of bad placement of the gold, a lot of sides of it blocked, so it's kind of not ideal, but still 4 sides of it here, so definitely could have been worse. And this other gold is fine. And stone as well, and well, you can see that bars here. And second already being butchered, so same deal here. Only yeah, I was just going to say that I don't see the deer, but here they are. He has an island right beside him, and that's just with some stone and no gold. The gold island is actually between him and yellow. That's a bit of gold there, so that's going to be very important. And most important is going to be this one, is if the game goes into some late plays, because these 3 gold piles are very important and they are right in the middle of the map, so nobody can really complain about bad placement. Some fish for the orange. Well, if he plans to build a dock here, he'll be pretty much okay. Otherwise, yeah, he will have a bit struggle. Also drawing a bit of blank here. So we better hope he has a good position there. You can see the first dock from yellow is already here, and it's at the top. And blue, yep, exactly as you're signaling, at the top as well. On the other side, the beast, the bank, is opting for the other approach. He's going for a more defensive dock at the back, hoping to catch a lot more fishing spots here. And yeah, he's kinda right. There's a lot of it looking at the minimap. And his map, well, he seems to be having a good island with 2 relics. That will help him definitely. And good spots for the mines, because not one is actually threatened from the sea. That's pretty sweet for him. Hunt also pretty close to his starting TC, so kinda okay, even though he has to go a whole lot of miles back to his TC. Green, he is also opting for a defensive dock at the back, and he has pretty good reason, because he has a lot of fishing spots here, and yeah, quite great expanse, and building it into the middle would be kinda risky. They just seem to be recognizing that RoR should be stronger on the water, and they are playing according to that. This gold mine is kinda okay, stone as well. Just as well. And well, the map is kinda okay, not really anything to worry about for him. The last one to have a look at is right now Teal. Already butchering a pig, just now finishing. And his dock is also at the back side, so it seems like everybody from RoR is going for the offensive one, yep, everybody including orange, whereas all of beasts are just at the back, and they will be preparing to defend as much as they can. Not the relic here on his island, and is... well, that's all relics just at the beast's islands. That's pretty sweet for them. So let's just see how it actually pays off. You can see players started to advance into feudal, and second dock being built by Kira. So he will definitely be going for an offensive here. And red is not yet building second dock, it seems, or is he? No, that is just a scout, trying to see if something will be happening here. And second docks from yellow as well. And, well, orange is being even more aggressive one here, at the left side of his island. Looking at beasts, and nobody is building a second dock. Only green has just finished here at the back, so they will be a bit later than their opponents, and right now Bang going for a third, but still they will be kinda late, and well, let's see. Let's see. RoR's already in feudal, pretty much all of them, just the yellow is the last one to not be, but he will be there soon. And looking at the others, yeah, pretty much everybody in. So let's just see who is able to pump ships faster than their opponents. 3 docks ready. Not producing yet for Bang, so he will be slower. Orange also not producing yet. And Marta is still the only one in the Dark Age right now at half feudal age. Well, that's going to be a lot late. Here we see first Galley from Teal, trying to find some opponents, but he will be met with a much stronger force here by Orange, and he will have to change his mind once he arrives here at forefront of Orange. Right now Blue is going right at the back of Red's island, needs some army, and yeah, he kinda underestimated the position here, and Red is right now having larger numbers than him, and Blue is forced to retreat and use the retreat as some kind of scouting. In the meantime, Yellow is producing a whole lot of fishing ships in the middle, and the first galleys are streaming in. And there was a bit of battle here, where Blue was trying to take down some fishing ships. He took one down, but paid with life, but his sailors paid with their lives quite decently, and that was kinda not sure if it was really worth it, but yeah, both are down. At the right side, Orange has arrived at Teal's naval base, right now seeing where the docks are, so where the battle will be brewing, and Teal is just traveling around, trying to discover the lay of the land and know where his opponents are. You can see they already discovered Yellow's island. And in the middle, Yellow is making life difficult for Green, who was the last to advance into feudal, but you can see this right now making up for it by advancing into castle, so he opted for a slower feudal and faster castle. And this is a pretty sweet time for Yellow to actually kill all his fishing ships, and that would be pretty important because he would be kinda crippled. You can see that he has a lot of fishing boats, and once all of those die, well, it wouldn't be really sweet for him. But he's trying to make something about it, going for some extra boats, and well, he just has to be careful. Has to be careful about not losing all that many of those. Blue not really doing anything right now. Red having quite a lot of army, and yep, he's just trying to discover what's it all about here. I just switch into his view. That's Bang, Fog of War. Yep, he's just trying to see what's there actually. Yeah, he was trying to build a market here, unfortunately. This lone blue guy that was scouting ahead just discovered it and knows about it, but you can see the first blue navy of some note has arrived at his base. He's right now forcing him to flee. At the same time, yellow is making all kinds of damage inside green's economy, and even though he's into castle, yeah, his economy will be kinda hard pressed right now. But once he actually pulls some war galleys Let's switch into green's point of view. I love Marta. And he's actually going for fire ships. Okay, so is that going to help? Probably it should. And you can see it does. And yellow is already retreating and trying to regroup. Some teal dots here. Kinda got past orange. So where is actually orange? Orange is sending all his army into teal's base. But he won't really be seen all that much here. You can see that teal is not really gathering from the fishing spots. It's kinda weird, but okay. And a bit of a battle here between teal and yellow, but not really all that important. It's just a minor skirmish. Right now yellow was on the brink of retreating from green's base, but right now blue has joined the battle, and well, that was the end of the fire ships for green. And green will have to do a whole lot better if he actually wants to do something about his opponents. And he's at least upgrading Botkin Arrow for some better attack and better wood gathering, as you can see. So right now is green's economy being punished even more. And in the middle, how is it going for orange? Well, he has most of his army at the teal's base trying to destroy the docks. He's not really facing any opposition here at all. And in the middle, that leaves teal with a whole lot of room of maneuvering, because orange doesn't have enough to actually engage him full on. And yellow is not really building any army at all on the water as well, so kind of interesting. You can see another upgrade from nothing. That's the second of Beast, and Kira, the first from RoR. And Hot is now saying that he's killing dogs. I'm not really sure what others are doing anywhere. Well, yeah, it's kind of curious. Yellow is not having a whole lot of ships, not anything in the middle, and just kind of limited number here with green, and he's been badly outnumbered. And where is blue actually? Has he lost everything right now? I gotta think that he did, as I can't really see anything anywhere. And red is having a whole lot of ships here not doing anything. If he only knew that he could go full on attack. If he only knew. But still you can see that yellow is out of fishing spots. Same can be said for blue. So this is kind of a weird game. Everybody out of fishing ships and still fighting for the water. And so far it seems to be going for beasts, as they have applied a better strategy, it seems. The faster castle there, it really put GZH out of balance and beat him on the water there. So they better hope that they can keep up the pressure, because as you can see, all three RoRs are advancing into Castle Age. Well, in the middle, there's the blue army I was kinda looking for. It's pretty much invisible on the minimap, so that's why I didn't see it that easily. And he's joined his forces with orange, who is also having a battalion, or rather fleet, here at the left, where he was trying to rebuild his naval academy, as the right side was lost for him due to orange's raiding, and he is right now hoping to rebuild at the left. Well, since orange is not really paying all that much attention to it, and he's hoping to delete as much units of his opponents in the middle together with his teammates, well, this might be fun. You can see a lot of war galleys already on the Castle Age guys, so how's it looking? RoR Hot just waiting for his war galleys to go up and then join in the battle, and that just happened, so the battle should be turning, and well, in that case though, blue should be joining him and not really running away. And you can see that teal has a lot of army green as well, and a whole ton of war galleys are here from red. So this will be very hard to overcome for RoR if actually beasts are not afraid and go for it, which at this point I'm kinda thinking they're not really sure they can go for it. So let's just switch into, for example, red's point of view and see what he sees. Yeah, he doesn't see anything, so he's not really sure what he can do. He just sees the blue army here. That's why he went back, and that's a good old 1v1 going his way so far. And right now he has a bit easier switch to the right, to help his teammates defeat this second bar of blue army and together with yellow and orange. So a huge battle's brewing, and is actually someone trying to do some landing? Once this battle is at its interim, I'm just gonna look around, as I seem to be seeing a bit of an orange dot at the bottom of Teal's island, you can see. Yeah, this is just a retreat from RoRs. And what is this, the orange dot? Oh, okay, so that's just unfortunately fishing ship. I was hoping it could be some kind of landing, but they think that the situation is not really at a stage where landing would be safe and nice, so just not going for it yet. Okay, so that's a pretty decent buildings from HOT to see the whole coast, so that he's not surprised by any landing. He has a pretty good line of sight, except for this. And he just caught some war galleys from red that were caught off position and just now deleted. So right now it seems like a bit of a stalemate, where RoR are occupying the middle, not really going for all that much fishing ships, and some idlers here from BZH, so once he notices, his fleet will be a whole lot better. You can check some of the upgrades here on the war galleys from Bank. +2 attack, +2 range. Same goes for Teal and Green as well. It seems to be pretty much the same for everybody and nothing extra anywhere. Teal is trying to go around the Green's island, probably trying to switch positions and actually catch RoR's army and pincers. You can see that his left army is here, right is closing in from this side, so that's going to be a pretty good maneuver, but it could be a bit better time. Right now he has to hope that RoR engage in this battle long enough, and once they do and start retreating, he will actually call them from the back, and that's going to be very devastating to RoR's fleet. So far though, the battle with the sheer numbers of blue seem to be going into RoR's advantage, but this right wing might just decide and turn the battle. And yep, it forces orange to retreat and stop firing for at least a moment, and while beasts are retreating on the left, well, yeah, he has to retreat on the right as well, of course. Because otherwise he would just lose those ships needlessly, and right now it's blue, RoR Kira, basically carrying his team and saving them, because orange and yellow don't really have enough. Just lost one here, and we can see landing here from blue, so that's a pretty nice one. Blue is trying to do something, he has enough ships, he believes, enough force on land, so, or rather on the water, so he believes he has a good position to actually go for it. So let's check red's line of sight, and he doesn't see it, he could just see those other textures, but here's the surprise, and here it is. Here we go with the attack. BeasTs going down. And right in the middle I think there's a landing going on as well from yellow, I would think. So I just switch there. What is there? No, these are just some ships doing nothing. And this will be a pretty safe spot, this one probably, for orange or yellow to go for some landing. Are they at least preparing? I'm not exactly sure, and it doesn't really seem so. Just 4 galleys, one after another, and at the same time blue is doing a decent job here. Right now Bank is responding with stable, and it seems like, yeah, standard mangonels together with priest, so come on knights, they will be just converted as they came out. If they come out, yeah, here's the first one, and it will probably be garrisoned inside. Oh, it won't, so he's not aware of the priest right now. Oh, he should be. That's kinda just unfortunate for him that he probably didn't notice. But anyway, Blue is doing a whole lot of damage. I'm gonna just keep popping out together with priests, and red is not having an army to do anything about it. Looking back at the water, right now it seems that RoR are pushing the advantage, where red is having his fleet pretty much destroyed, and similar goes for green, who is right now limited, and Teal is nowhere to be seen. Teal is just here with some decent army, but he's way out of position, and he's just right now encountering at least a bit of blue here. And that was a pretty sweet play from blue, who left just some back fleet guarded so that he's not surprised at the base, at his biggest army. Well, Imperial Age for hot. Decent play, decent play. Nothing is faster though, so let's see if Teal can actually turn this game around. As the water is definitely right now in RoR's power. So looking back at this landing, blue is doing a decent job because red is doing literally nothing so far and is suffering all kinds of damage. He just lost a TC, right now building another because of it, and well, right now he's being pummeled from sea as well by orange, so that's not a nice situation he wanted to find himself in. Well, just not. At least a bit of protection, but still not good enough. Well, before those priests died, they were at least able to convert those 2 knights, but that's not going to be enough. So I'm not exactly sure if blue is planning to do something more here. Just now advancing to Imperial Age, so that's why he wasn't really pumping any extra units. He just wanted to concentrate on that and spend the units on it. So that's his play right now, waiting for something better to happen, but it's very nice protected. He owns the water, so it's kinda safe. But right now he's running from a whole lot of galleons already upgraded. And yeah, he just as well, because then he would be wrecked. The army is very great, it's quite great from Teal. It would have been a whole lot difficult. And Teal is doing a pretty decent job because he is having a nice army on the left, and at the same time he's trying to push through the middle. Trying to prevent his RoR opponents from mixing armies and making them too strong. And you can see that the green is joining him, and he's joined with some reinforcement. So right now it will be orange's turn to run away from this battle. At the left, it seems that the landing spot for blue is no longer safe, as the army is very strong, and well, blue just had to retreat here. So the next fight I think will be with Imperial Age, and you can see that blue is already trying to secure the mid-island. That's going to be very important because of all the gold and the extra wood there. And the island castle right here is going to be pretty sweet for defense against ships as well. But building it with 1 wheelie, that's definitely hoping that he can keep his opponents from going there. Right now switching at least second, and it seems like all of those wheelies are just having personal personal tickets, not really some business class or some such, not really wanting to travel with some other guys, so okay. So that's a lot of army here from RoR, just waiting for some kind of battle. Where is the other fleet? Well, this is the other part of Nothing's fleet. As you can see, upgrading chemistry to make them even stronger, together with Hot, who is doing the same. And he is right now pummeling Orange's docks, because why not? He has pretty sweet army on the left, and even though he can't really stand against this combined might, on the right, he has a free field to do anything he wants. So 2 wheelies, slowly but surely finishing the castle, and it seems it really will be undiscovered. It's kinda curious with just so few wheelies there. And at the right, Orange is unfortunately just sending galleys to their certain death. Oh, wow, this is a lot of army from yellow, and with a bit of support from orange. Oh, well, but here is green. He is green to help out, and well, come on, join the battle. Yep, once he does, it should be RoR's turn to retreat. Well, green is just having war galleys, whereas all the other guys are having galleons, so that's why he's retreating, because he is not really having enough push here. But if Teal is engaging, he should be engaging too, he shouldn't be running away. So come on Green, join the battle. But you can see that Teal is really doing a pretty decent job having a lot of army here. And once Green is in, yep, that's goodbye yellow and orange. Teal is just now retreating from blue army, I think, yep. Blue has again must quite a sweet one. And there's also a bit of red raid in here. Not really anything crucial. It seems like just a bit of guys. Yeah, he's trying to save here, building castle to protect against uncomfortable raids and landings, as was just happening here. So once he deals with this, which he should in a moment, once some extra units pop out, he'll be pretty much safe. In the middle though, there's a huge battle brewing between pretty much everybody. Right wing of Teal and left wing of Teal. And yep, Teal is definitely carrying the water. And well, it seems like Red is not really contributing anymore, and he's trying to raid his opponents, and that's the only contribution he's doing right now. Because he has literally 0 docks, if you look at it. Well, he has some that are kinda useless because of those blue ships, and well, Blue really should be careful here, because his middle is being lost by his team, while he is just doing kinda questionable job destroying those docks from which bank is not really doing anything. And now finally Blue is joining with second reinforcement fleet, the battle in the middle, and that could be turning the battle, especially if he joins from the top, which he seems to be finally doing, moving from Red to actually help his teammates. This castle is not great for him, he's doing a whole lot of damage, and yep, we can see that Beasts finally have to retreat, as the battle is too much for them, while when Blue is returning here. So this basically all hangs on Blue and Teal, who are the most prevalent forces on the water. And considering that Red is not doing anything on the water right now, well, Beasts are doing decidedly well, at least keeping it even. So the middle island is safe for Blue. Is he doing some more raiding? No, not really. And he is safe from Red right now. So what is he right now going to do? He probably has a good spot to land here. It wouldn't be the worst spot to land. And how about Orange maybe landing? He's not really preparing for it. He seems to be going full on water, I think. And Teal is just now trying to make sure that nothing like that happen, with all those outposts trying to see and also building a castle. So that's some kind of a pause, kinda hoping that it's not a drop. That it's just a pause. And in the meantime we can just look into the bases. Still a lot of resources for everybody, so not really any immediate hurry to move to some islands. And here we continue again. Nice. So we can see that Green is finally at Galleons. He was the last one to make them, and right now he is trying to help his red teammate from this blue supremacy. While Blue is having at least fun destroying this market. Oh, yep, that's at least some wood wasted. And right now he's having a go at those red villies. Atia looking at this little fleet here. Here probably Green will be able to rescue his teammate. You can see that in the middle the situation is turning, and right now RoR are the ones advancing into the attack. Even though Teal has a whole ton of army here, well, RoRs have 2 tons of the army here, and actually almost 3. So they should be able to push through quite easily. You can see that the last guy from Beasts is advancing to Imperial Age right now. He was the last one. And looking at the score, He's having the toughest game though, even though at the start he was doing pretty well and he was the moving force on the water. Right now, he's not. So that's a lot of green, trying to make their presence and docks in the middle so that he has a much shorter time replacing his losses. And blue is definitely not going to take that at face value, and he's just going to push for it and trying to not let him do that. Bit of idols here to join the battle. And on the right side there's a huge battle between teal and yellow and orange. Oh, this could probably be the decisive battle if teal loses everything here. I think he probably will, because he's fighting two guys at once. It will be kinda done deal. Yep, even more reinforcements coming in here from yellow and orange, and soon I think the fight will be right at the docks of teal. As blue is having pretty decent success with this green opponent, even though opponent is still having a bit of ships at the left that are trying to liberate red, who is right now at castle. Build a castle to protect himself and his villies. So yeah, he shouldn't be all that bothered by blue right now. So green is taking the fight to blue, at least a bit. Killing his horses, poor horses. And in the middle though, yep, beasts have to think about something if they want to turn this battle around, because right now it's not going their way. And maybe some cannon galleons could be useful to take down this castle, because as you can see they are not really threatened at the back, they are not the ones that have to retreat, so they could be more or less safe to go through, and if the opponent wants to kill them, it will be only through heavy losses. And yep, it's just here, just as I said it. Elite Cannon Galleon is cropping up, and another one as well, so that's going to be GG for the castle. But not GG for the whole game at all. A huge battle is again going on at the right, in this bottleneck between those green and teal islands, with teal doing all he can to stop the tide of orange ships, whereas yellow is just on his way. So if it was 1v1 between teal and orange, it would be pretty much okay for teal to hold, but once all these numbers join, yep, it will be time to retreat to your docks, and you have literally nowhere to retreat though, so it won't really be all that nice. You can see that Bang has actually lost the castle, so I'm just gonna look that there once teal is starting to retreat. This is nice, this reminds me of the, what is it, 18th century fighting between the lines of soldiers that just stood against each other and then fired and died and whatnot. It's pretty much the same happening here. And the numbers are really confusing right now, so I'm going to switch to each of the players, but you can see that RoRs are losing because they are not replacing their ships, whereas teal is. That's kinda not ideal, and well, it is. It's an extra army. Here, the cannon galleons. I hear them shooting somewhere. What are they shooting at? Oh, there's a yellow red. Nice. Yellow landing, pretty decent, right into the middle of Green's island. Trying to build a bit of walls here from Green to prevent this, but it's already too late, and once the siege workshop is up, it will be the second one. It's going to be very difficult for Green to defend. Yellow is BZH, so let's switch into his view to see how many units he's actually producing, and he's going for light cavalry and a lot of battering rams, soon to be capped rams. So that's DC down more or less for Green, and he's doing all kinds of damage to Green's economy right now, because Green is sorely unprepared. He has literally 0 military buildings right now. He has only those castles for some samurais possibly, but that's all he has. And here Blue is returning to Red's island, and with a bit more force, a lot of villies trying to build a castle, and again Red is not really prepared to do anything about it. He has the buildings, but I don't think he has the resources necessary to defend against all this. So once the castle is up, it will be a defensible position for him, and very nicely secured by some extra ships at the back, and it will be it, I think. Here Yellow is continuing very nicely. The green was trying to build a castle instead of his base TC, but not really successful. And at the same time, his other TC just went down to those capped rams, and well, villies are being slaughtered at very huge numbers. And yep, Beasts call it, it's a GG. And those landings are what made them change their mind, even though the water is still kinda in the open. But yep, this is it. And RoR win the battle with Spanish Beasts 2-0. So decent job, and they are so far lossless in the Division 3. So let's have a look at the achievements. Well, as an MVP RoR Kira, I think we can agree he was doing a whole lot on the water. And from the other guys, nothing. Yep, that's pretty much the same as Kira. They're both doing pretty great on the water and were the decisive forces there, most definitely. And on top of that, Kira was able to add a bit of a nice landings, so good job there. Moving on to military stats, better for nothing. Yeah, it seemed like on the water he was getting slightly better battles, so not really surprised here. And he had the largest army. That's why he was usually able to hold both orange and yellow by himself, whereas red was kinda out of the water at that point. No tributes sent, pretty much. And well, advance time's kinda okay, even though this 50-minute Imperial is kinda late for Bang. He was kinda hammered hard and he was having all kinds of trouble with Blue, so it's a bit understandable. And Isle of Martha, quite a lot of fillies there compared to other guys. RoR BZH, BZH was the one the best there. Okay, so that's it.